Oh, I got off work so late, but there's no way I'm gonna skip out on talking about this. Today, we're just going to be talking about the Pokemon Direct and all the Final Fantasy VII news because they sort of relate to each other, the whole remake thing. Welcome back to the Dough Dump. So earlier today, we had a Pokemon Presents or Direct, whatever you want to call it, where the main focus was on 3 games. Pokemon Snap, which we already knew about, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which is a as faithful as it gets Gen 4 remake. You want a Gen 4? You want a DS remake? Well, there it is. And Pokemon Legends Arceus, god damn it. I wish I could have recorded my reaction to the Pokemon Presents, but my whole reaction was basically, holy crap, actual hair physics. And well, it's Pokemon, so people were not too pleased. Oh, the other thing I want to mention, that 25-year anniversary video was pretty creative. It's just funny because it was like a laser focused beam of merch. I felt like I was getting hypnotized to buy product, but it was really cool and creative way of showing the history of Pokemon products. So Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. People took to tearing this game apart. It's not what they wanted. They don't like the art style. They were pointing out things like the fidelity of the models in battles, and of course things like the price. Refer to my other video about Nintendo ports and remakes being overpriced relative to the market, but not relatively overpriced to someone's own experience. Obviously there's a lot of nostalgia for this, and having a Diamond and Pearl remake on a better handheld is a selling point to many people. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way that the Diamond and Pearl overworld looks like. I mean, it's as faithful as it gets. Maybe the in-battle models could have been updated. I don't know. The main thing that surprised me, well, for one, I thought that Pokemon Legends Arceus was an add-on to Diamond and Pearl at first. No, but Legends Arceus is a whole new game, and they're coming relatively close to each other, at least a few months between each other. And it's in this that the thing that surprised me the most about the show was revealed, is that ILCA Inc., the folks behind Pokemon Home, are the ones doing the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I'm just gonna say off the bat that the fact that Game Freak outsourced or didn't develop Diamond and Pearl remakes in-house kind of speaks to how out of touch they are with their audience. But it is what it is. They sought to deliver the most faithful remake possible, and what I think is to play it the absolute most safe possible, because you get something for both fans. You like the game exactly as it was? Well, there you go. There's the game exactly as it was, just with 3D models. You want to see Pokemon evolving into a new format and trying new things? Well, there you go. There's Pokemon Legends Arceus. God damn. And it's set in the same region, just to strike that nostalgia bone while giving you something new anyways. We know that with franchises like Legend of Zelda and Mario, that there's entire teams to just remake and port old installments, while there's an entire team to work on the new installment. And now it looks like that this is kind of the approach that Game Freak is taking. They have Game Freak working on the Pokemon Legends series. This looks like it's going to be its own series. We'll see if it's yearly or not. And then hell, just outsourcing the mainline games if it is just a remake. The funny thing though is that I think that when everyone was complaining about getting more resources to work on Pokemon games, they didn't mean to just work on a different game entirely. Honestly, you just can't make Pokemon fans happy. And the funny thing is that if Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is any bit modernized or uses any of the modern item mechanics and like nature changing stuff and level boosts as Gen 8, then people are gonna riot because you just ruined the whole difficulty of the original. Something I want to point out though is that these remakes coming at the end of the year is a holiday title. You're telling me that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes aren't gonna sell like crazy? Which makes me think Breath of the Wild 2 is not coming out this year. That's just kind of like a confirm, because now we have okay, this is probably the holiday game. I digress. Personally, I think that Game Freak did the smart move. The safest move actually. It is kind of lazy and cash grabby what they did, but I mean, to everyone that just wanted Gen 4 remake for the sake of having Gen 4 remakes, well, here you go. And then for everyone that wanted things to evolve and the series to evolve, well, here you go. I hope that they just support Legends throughout all of 2022, and now Pokemon starts becoming a bi-yearly series, which is much better. It's a step in the right direction, but it's not all there yet. And that makes me think that Pokemon Legends right now is not gonna have the same length or content as a mainline Pokemon. So many mechanics are still yet to be seen for Pokemon Legends, so we'll see. The thing is with Game Freak playing it safe about these Gen 4 remakes, it's certainly nice to have and it's a nice addition, and I do like the old classic style of chibi small sprites or models in the overworld, and then in battle you're all big. It's welcoming, but it's not new. But that's literally the point. They were playing no risks here. And to everyone complaining that they wanted something bigger and better, well, maybe main Game Freak developers are working on just that. Literally take a page out of old Assassin's Creed fans and Call of Duty fans that will say, yeah, just buy the game every 2 or 3 years and then you'll get the good one. I'm excited to see where this is going, and I think that the Diamond and Pearl remakes look cute, but definitely not super impressive. Just like, yeah, it's all right, it's cute. So I understand why people will have a reaction. I mean, look at me with Zelda. I literally had that same reaction where it's something that you've been waiting on for so long that you expected that when it would drop, it would just have a little bit more oomph or a little bit more care to how big of a deal this is. Like, look at Resident Evil. Resident Evil 2 remake was made with Capcom devs, 3 was not. And there were people that were unhappy with 3 remake, which made Capcom say, all right, we're gonna take Resident Evil 4 and make sure that our primary developers are working on that remake because it's an important series. Or leading to our next story, Final Fantasy VII, that remake getting delayed forever just because Square recognized how important it was. That's the thing I think Game Freak is lacking. These are okay Switch games. I have fun with them. They're just not Mario Odyssey level or Breath of the Wild level. And I think that's what they're trying to do now. So with Final Fantasy, I think it's funny because Ever Crisis, which is a trademark that we covered last week, was finally unveiled last night. Sadly, as I was uploading my video about the Yuffie DLC and PS5 update, but it has the same thing as the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake. And then the more detailed, realistic proportion in battle thing. It literally makes every entry of the Final Fantasy VII franchise playable, even Advent Children. I would have loved to have Crisis Core in the style of Final Fantasy remake, but this is still cool. Even though, you know, I don't have an iPhone, so how the hell am I gonna play this? Oh yeah, and they also announced Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale. Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale. Yeah, it looks like one of the more fun BR games, I gotta admit. Why the hell does the Ever Crisis trailer start with another possibility for a remake? What does that even mean? Another possibility for a remake? That's so confusing. But it really is the whole Final Fantasy VII saga and the original events of Final Fantasy VII. I think it's a cool idea, but this is what I'm talking about with the Pokemon thing. Imagine if Square just said, hey, here's Final Fantasy VII on iOS and here's Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale. People would be so mad. But because they did the remake so right and put so much work into realizing how important Final Fantasy VII, the main series, is, free PS5 update, a whole Yuffie DLC, and an attitude of it'll be ready when it's ready for part 2 of the Final Fantasy VII remake, then it's like, that's it. That's all people wanted. And now whatever the hell else is thrown on top is a nice to have. Now, recontextualize that in Pokemon, where people's dream thing is, you know, something like a remake with the newer mechanics, higher fidelity animations that's seen possible on the Switch. Obviously, that's money and development time and yada, yada, yada. But with giving the highly requested remake to another studio and then working on the experimental next iteration of the series in-house, they kind of have it backwards to the whole Final Fantasy VII situation. Hell, Square didn't care. They were literally just like, here's both. Here's the high quality reimagined remake, and here's the chibi faithful remake. All I'm gonna say is I'm looking forward to playing both Pokemon games. They look fine to me, but I don't have such an emotional attachment to Pokemon like with Zelda, and that's why I had such a crazy reaction to seeing Skyward Sword. So that's really the best way I can explain the outrage, is it's kind of like they were expecting a Final Fantasy VII remake, but they got a Link's Awakening remake. And if you're skeptical like I am about Pokemon Legends, then skip out. I'm sure that they'll refine it in the next iteration. Look at the steps here, from the wild area to Pokemon actually following you to now actual physics in this wild-esque area. So they're going in the right direction. It just kind of sucks that there's like an expected Pokemon per year type thing going on. It's like a rule that Pokemon games are not allowed to be delayed. So that's really it. What Pokemon starter are you picking for Pokemon Legends? Kind of want to just keep it Baby Rowlet the whole time. Also, what do you think about the new Pokemon game? I'm excited with the direction of the series, and now I just can't wait for a Gen 5 remake that actually combines Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Black and White 2, giving a complete streamlined story. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. That would be worth it too. There's a lot of 2D Pokemon content there. We've officially hit the diverging point of the Pokemon series. We've seen it with Zelda, where there's an ongoing 2D series and 3D series, Mario 2, and now Pokemon, it looks like. It's a smart move. Keep the old heads happy while reinventing the wheel for the current era of gaming. That'll be it for this one. I'm probably not even gonna organize my thoughts in post. I just need to get this video up. It's already so late after I got off work. And support is always appreciated. I really do appreciate the likes, and I read every single comment. And tomorrow we're gonna talk about sad news like studio shutdown. Y'all just got dumped on. Bye bye.